Somebody asks about writing a book with advice that you have not implemented the same way in your own life and career. And do you lose authority because of that? Or can you still convey that message?
No, how would you write about, I guess I could write about pregnancy, but what the
I'd read that. I think that would be fascinating.
I mean, I could write about what it's like to be a man with a pregnant wife, because I've done that 3 times. But like, I don't know, man. In my experience, I've always thought there was something really, really fucking weird about male OBGYNs, you know? And like, something about that just always put me, I'm like, I don't think I've ever been to a urologist or proctologist. I'm not trying to go to a female one, you know, and it's nothing against women or like a midwife. Like we do at home births, my wife and I. A male midwife? Man, you don't know what this is like. Like our midwife's had 3 kids and she's delivered 500. That woman knows everything there is to know about this, and she's been through it. If you're trying to give advice on something you haven't done, I'm sure someone can come up with a counterexample, right? Well, first off, that makes you an academic and an intellectual. Those people. Like, there's a reason that they're clowns and they have to, whatever. Like, and I say this, I got all the degrees from all the institutions, so it's not like I'm, on the outside. I couldn't get in. I don't have. I'm sure there's a counterexample that would make sense. I can't think of what it is.
And I want to distinguish this problem from a different one that we hear all the time, which is like, I'm an outsider looking at how to improve an industry.
Oh, that's great. That's totally different. So I'm basically that. There's never been a book written like the Scribe method, because what I am is someone who has won the game of professional writing resolutely and resoundingly, who then approached it from a totally different angle, from a functional angle, and taught all of the tricks and techniques to people who do not want to be professional writers. We're going to talk about this in writing. That is great. If you are going to come to an industry or an idea or a profession or anything with a new set of perspectives, that's amazing. And you should totally do that. Even 1 or 2% new is a big deal, right? So that's incredible. I would highly encourage you to do that. That's a totally different thing. Like, imagine if I wrote a book on life as an NBA player. I didn't even play college basketball. The hell do I know, right? Now, here's the way to do that is I could go interview, like if I was a sports writer and I had been around NBA players for 20 years and I knew the whole life, then I could write that book, and I could probably write it in a way that's really authentic and real and honest in a way that an NBA player couldn't, right? Because I'm not one of them. But I spent 20 years with them and hanging out with them and talking to them, right? So like I have firsthand knowledge. But like what we see all the time, this is what you should not do. We see this all the time. Someone who's like, I want to write a book on coaching. Okay, cool. What about? I'm going to teach single moms how to start a business. Cool. Have you ever done that? No. I've never taught one single mom how to start a business, or anybody. I just think it'd be no, shut the up. You haven't done it. Like, your book's going to be terrible. Because the best thing you can do is research what other people who have done it say, and then regurgitate that, right? Now, you can go do it. You can write the book as you're practicing and getting better and all. That's fine, no problem. And then by the time you publish, you have clients and you've done it multiple times and you're experienced, no problem. Right? That's no problem. But if you haven't done it, don't write a book on it. No.
I would add, you actually can't write a book on it, because we run into this where people, we realize once we get into the process with them that they actually haven't done it, and they just ground themselves. They don't have any examples. They don't have any stories. They don't know how to illustrate what they're talking about because it's not there. They don't have the material. So you functionally can't do it.
Yep, exactly.
And a related question, which a few different people have asked, this is kind of a new one for us. How do you hone in on what you're the expert at?
That's the wrong question. There's a reason we don't have anything about that in here. Wrong question. The right question is, what do you want? Who do you have to reach to get that? And what do you have to say that's appealing to those people? And then that by default answers usually what you're the expert at. But like I'm probably an expert on 25 things. No, I mean little things, and they're all around the same general ideas of marketing and writing and copy and positioning. Like they're all going to be in the same constellation of things, right? I could write any one of 25 books that I am a legit expert in, that I would be full authority to write. But if none of them move the needle on what I want, I shouldn't be writing them.